changing direction based on what you've learned. Because here's the truth. Most of us start with an idea that we're sure will work until it doesn't. Twitter is a perfect example here. Yeah, Twitter didn't start as Twitter. It was actually a podcast platform called Audio. But right around that time, Apple dropped podcasts on iTunes. So the team at Audio looked around and asked themselves, what else can we do with this tech? What else do people want? They pivoted into microblogging, which sounded weird back then, but that pivot became Twitter, a $1 billion left turn. Or take Instagram. Their original app, it was called Bourbon, and it had everything. Check-ins, plans, photos. And guess what? Nobody cared about anything, except the photo sharing. So the founders said, all right, cut everything else. Let's just do photos better. And they pivoted to Instagram. Just one feature done right. And we all know how that went. So here's the question for you. What's the one thing your users keep coming back for? And just as important, what's the stuff they're ignoring? That's where the pivot lives. But you can't make the pivot if your ego's in charge. If you're clinging to your idea instead of chasing what works, you'll miss the moment. The trick is to fall in love with the problem, not your solution, because the pivot, if done at the right time, might just be the smartest move you ever make. Focus on actionable metrics, not vanity metrics. All right, now that you've got something people actually want, how do you make sure you're growing the right way, and not just staring at likes and follows that don't mean anything? And here's where a lot of people mess up. They start chasing the wrong numbers. We call these vanity metrics. They're dopamine candy, but they don't mean people are buying, loving, or staying with your product. Let's break a few down real quick. Conversion rate. How many people are actually buying? Say you've got 10,000 people visiting your website. Cool, but here's the question. How many clicked buy? If only 100 people did, that's a 1% conversion rate. Now before you panic, that's actually kind of normal. But here's where it gets interesting. Small tweaks can change everything. Dropbox early on had a homepage